so just last week I made a video where I was rating your guys' Fortnite lockers. And when I was doing this, I was mostly just looking for rare skins in the lockers. And I realized reading the comments after I posted the videos, I actually missed certain rare skins. Like, I have no idea what skins are rare now. So it got me thinking. I have a lot of skins. As you might know, I spend quite a bit of V-Bucks on the game. So currently I'm sitting at over 1,100 skins. And I started to wonder, well, how many rare skins do I have? Because I really don't even know what's rare, and I honestly don't pay attention to what skins I have. I just buy everything. So I decided to pull up the good old Fortnite fandom wiki, and I looked at all the oldest item shop skins that haven't been out in a long time. I looked at all the exclusives, everything, and I favorited all the skins that I have that are at least somewhat rare. So this is going to be a locker tour of sorts. I'm just going to kind of scroll through and you could look and see what I have, but I'm going to be more focusing on the rare stuff. So the first kind of rare thing we have is Astro Jack. So as many of you probably know, Astro Jack is paired with Travis Scott. They both came out at the same time and they both left the shop at the same time. It's been just about 2.5 years since you could get them, so I would say they're pretty rare. Moving on, we got Black Widow. It was released April 25th, 2019, and it stayed in the shop until May 6th, and then it left and hasn't been back since then. It's also ranked as the 3rd rarest item shop skin. Moving on, we got a lot of stuff here that's not rare. Then we got the first exclusive Dark Vertex. I don't have much to say. I literally just bought a code on eBay. It was fairly cheap, I think less than 50 bucks. Then we got Eon, which is kind of in the same boat. We got Glow, which was a pretty easy one to obtain, so probably among the more common exclusives. Right next to it is Havoc, and Havoc was actually the first Twitch Prime skin. I mean, I guess it was like half of the first because there's 2 of them that came together. We'll get to the other one later. This is probably one of the rarer exclusives, and it was last obtainable around the end of season 3, I believe. Moving on down here, we got Omega, which I wouldn't usually put on like rarest because season 4 was kind of peak popularity Fortnite, and a lot of people do have Omega, but not many people have the lights. You got to reach level 80, which was pretty hard to do. Level 80 back then was probably the equivalent of like 400 in the modern seasons. I don't know if it actually was. I kind of pulled that number out of my ass, but it was pretty hard to get this, so not many people have the Omega lights. Then we got Rogue Spider Knight. Again, I think it was a kind of easy exclusive to obtain. It's a pretty cheap code if I recall correctly. Definitely a cool one though. I like the green and black color scheme. Then we got Rose Team Leader, which is with down here Warpaint. Those two came together. That was if you bought Save the World and you had a founders pack way back in the day, then you would get this skin. I don't think you've been able to get them for over 2 years, so I would say they're becoming somewhat rare, but you know, a shitload of people own Save the World, so they're not actually rare skins. After that, we got John Wick down here. You know, again, kind of peak popularity Fortnite, but I think a lot of people were still kind of on the fence about spending money on the game at that point, and it's also almost been 5 years since you could get it, so there's that too. Then coming down here, this is where we're gonna see most of the stuff that's rare, usually the epics and rares and stuff. So we got Blitz. This was one of the original football skins. 994 days they haven't been back, all the original football skins, and I guess they're supposed to not come back because they did redo the football skins and they made new ones. I hope that's not true because I kind of wanted to buy them all, but I also did get one of the male ones, as you can see down here, so I'm just happy I have one of each. Then we got Blue Striker. This was the second ever PlayStation Plus pack. You know, definitely a lot of people have it, but it's just you know, another OG skin. And then after that, we got Chief Hopper. So this is another one of those ones that kind of comes in 2 because it also, here, I'll just look it up. It comes with Demogorgon. So they released July 5th, 2019, and they were in the shop for about 3 days. Then they left, didn't return for about 4 months, and they were in the shop for 1 more day, and then they just haven't been back since. At the time of this recording, it's been 1,083 days since they've been in the shop. However, apparently there's rumors of a new Stranger Things collab, and I think if they're doing a new collab, it's likely that they'd bring back the old ones as well. So that's definitely good for anyone who didn't get the chance to buy them. And then down here, we got Far Out Man. So Far Out Man hasn't been out for about over 700 days. So just about 2 years. Yeah, and definitely I feel an underrated skin that not many people appreciate. So this would definitely be one of the rarer ones here. After that, we got Galaxy. It was one of the first real kind of exclusive skins where you had to buy a console, or you had to buy a phone in this case. Except me, don't tell anyone, but I actually went in a T-Mobile on the display phone and installed Fortnite and played the 3 matches, and by some miracle it just happened to work. But yeah, that's Galaxy, definitely one of the coolest skins of all time. Then going down here more, we got Iconic. Iconic, I definitely feel, is probably one of the most popular exclusives of all time, at least from what I remember. When it first came out, I would see like 3, 4, sometimes 5 per lobby. And then scrolling down here, we got a whole lot of nothing, and then Neo Versa. All you had to do to get this skin was buy a controller, and that controller came with a code, or if you bought a code on eBay, it was probably only like 10 to 15 bucks. Pretty easy exclusive to obtain. And then after that, we got the Plague Doctor skin. As of the recording of this video, it's been 1001 days since this skin was in the shop. There's not an official reason, but a lot of people speculate it's because of, the whole virus bullshit. But yeah, it is a pretty cool skin. I remember I just bought it for the back bling because I thought the back bling was really cool. It was just a nice slim cape. But then it was kind of too slim and I didn't end up using it much. But moving on down here, we got a whole lot of nothing, and then we got Sub Commander, which is the one that came with Havoc. So yeah, first Twitch Prime pack there. Also, this is the Intel skin. You have to have I can't remember, I think it was 9th gen or something. It was some kind of Intel CPU you have to have, and if you did, then you would get this skin, but you have to go through this really annoying process, and I feel a lot of people probably didn't feel like going through that process, so it's probably fairly rare. Scrolling down here, this is Trailblazer, which was the second and also the last Twitch Prime pack. I really wish they would do another one. It's been literally almost 5 years since we got a Twitch Prime pack. I just don't see why they haven't made another one. But after that, we got Wildcat. As most of you probably know, this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. You had to buy a console to get it. After that, we got Blue Squire, which was the very first Battle Pass skin. I'm really glad I have this, but I'm also kind of bummed out because I never even got the second skin of that Battle Pass. If I recall correctly, I only got the tier 14 or 15. I just started way too late in that season, so kind of sucks, but I'm just glad I bought the Battle Pass and at least have this. And then right next to it is the Blue Team Leader, which was the first PlayStation Plus skin. Definitely a super common one because, again, Season 3/4 was like peak popularity Fortnite, and a huge chunk of Fortnite players are on PlayStation, and a huge chunk of those PlayStation players have PlayStation Plus, so probably not the rarest, but definitely OG. Coming down here, we got Demogorgon, which we already went over. Then we got a whole lot of nothing, just item shop skins and stuff that's not really super rare. Yeah, this whole section of my locker is kind of dry. But then we got Reflex. Now, Reflex was actually an Nvidia exclusive. You had to have a certain type of graphics card to get it. Even after claiming that this skin was exclusive, Epic put it in the shop and got some backlash, so they ended up giving everyone who had it originally this version of it, which I honestly like way better. I really like the color scheme here. But yeah, even though it was in the item shop, it was only in there for 1 day and it hasn't been back in over 1300 days. And then we got the Paradigm. So this skin was released right before the end of Chapter 1. I believe it was the last skin made in Chapter 1, and it was claimed to never come back, and it hasn't since. So this is definitely a pretty rare one. I don't think a lot of people bought it. I definitely haven't seen too many people wearing it. We got Munitions Major. So I actually had no idea this skin was rare at all. I didn't have any idea a lot of these skins were rare, but this one, I bought it when it first came out, I remember, because I just liked the whole look of it. Just classic kind of army dude. Kind of reminded me of Call of Duty a bit. But yeah, this skin has not been back in 1144 days. And then just below that down here, we should have, there it is, the World Warrior. So this skin only had 3 back-to-back item shop occurrences, and it has not been available for 1184 days. And it's another skin that is confirmed to never be coming back.